My name is Lindsey Wilson, member of the PMN Steering Committee and a member for the PMN New York City local chapter. My beautiful sisters, Jane Sapp, Lucy Murphy, DuPree, and Jen Dog Lone Wolf, and yours truly are presenters in the upcoming track of workshops on Black musical traditions at the People's Music Network, Winter Hybrid Convergence, from January 26th through the 28th, 2024. Woohoo, we made it. We'll be at two different locations. This is very important. We're going to be at two different locations in Manhattan, and we'll be broadcasting these sessions on Zoom. So this is really just an exciting venture we're taking on. Register for the PMN Winter Hybrid Conversions at www.peoplesmusic.org. We're asking people to pre-register before the event because it's going to be popular. You want to make sure you get your slot, either for the in-person event or for the Zoom-only event. The registration fees are sliding scale, and cost reductions are readily available for PMN members who need it. And I think some of us might need it right now, so it's all good. The wonderful Jane Sapp will be leading our workshop on the musical roots of social movements in the Black community, which starts at 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, January 27th. Jane, can you tell us a little bit about how you see this workshop taking shape? What's motivating you in hosting this workshop?
Well, I'm excited about the workshop. I think that our music has always been an anchor for the Black community, but I'm really particularly interested in talking about the Black Power movement and the Black nationalist movement, which was really a very special time in our history. It was a moment in time when Black people felt their power and felt like indeed we could change the world and that we could change our communities, that we could take control of our own destiny, that we could, we could start schools, we could start economic ventures, we could do whatever we needed to do to build a community. And so the songs reflected that. The songs talked about, Black power, power to the people. Have you seen that power coming from my people? You know, say it loud, I'm Black and I'm proud. The music was always there with us having a conversation with each other about where we were and what we saw as possible. So I'm excited to do the workshop because during that period of time, I also wrote a lot of songs. I mean, we were all sort of, it was a time of high creativity. So we were like rediscovering ourselves and creating out of that discovery. So we were writing songs about Africa and Black people and our community and rediscovering the spirituals and the blues. We were just sort of loving on ourselves, so to speak. And it was a time of where, like I said before, where Black people were feeling their power and feeling like not only could we change our communities, but that we could have an impact on the world. And so I'm just excited to be talking about this really very powerful and special time in the history of African Americans.
Okay, so that now that we're going into, now Jane has definitely given us the motivation here with the power of music. And so this is a perfect segue into 50 years of hip hop Gen Dog, Lone Wolf, how do you feel about what is your workshop going to bring to those listening ears this weekend?
So our workshop, um, we're going to bring to you the history of hip hop, the evolution of hip hop, which we wouldn't have it without all the musical eras and of they came before us with our elders. We listened and we answered our soul music, our say it loud. Don't let the Joneses get you down. We answered all of that and came back with hip hop. The youth are always going to tell the stories, and we're going to listen to our elders. And we're going to bring you the evolution, the de-evolution, and the re-evolution of hip hop. And we're going to connect the songs that came before organized hip hop, whether it's jazz, bebop, blues, reggae, rock and roll, all these things that we created, that we brought to the world, and we're going to tie it into our beloved hip hop, which includes the hip hop culture. So yeah, come, please join us, go register, this is 2024. Things are very serious right now, and music has always been part of the soundtrack, for our movement. So please come and join us, please.
Ooh, I love what you said about soundtracks. Right now, music with the music that we're bringing, hip hop, Negro spirituals, the power to the people, the music that signifies our movement now is needed more so than ever. It's almost like a time continuum of sorts. So when we talk about soundtracks, DuPree, what do you have to say about the many different soundtracks that we've had experienced within our community, the Black community?
Well, I want to piggyback on what our mentor, Jane Sapp, comes from that generation that I listened to, Bernice Johnson Regan, and
Yes.
we were listening to those songs that the Pointer Sisters sang. I know we can make it. I know that we can. I know darn well we can. Yes, we can. We were listening to Nina Simone and she said, there's a new world coming. This one's about to end. There's a new world coming. And we hooked up with the reggae community where Jimmy Cliff was singing songs like "Mirrors of Cross" and Bob Marley said, won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Because all I ever have is redemption songs. But I want to also come to you with that contemporary narratives from the films, all right? And unfortunately, we're in some of the same places we were back then. In the movie Selma, John Legend and Common sang "Glory, Glory, Oh Glory." In the movie Harriet, Cynthia Savoy sang, "I'm going to take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new world." All of these songs continue to tell our story, and they're connected. We're all connected. Yes, we are.
We are all connected.
Mhm.
And that is why we want you to register now by going to www.peoplesmusic.org. It's going to be packed and you do want to get a seat. This is a good way of learning about history, Black history, American history. Our history is wrapped in the Negro spirituals. It's wrapped into hip hop, and it actually merges into the mainstream, and we are here because of it. We look forward to seeing you this weekend, and check out the website, register, and we will continue this conversation, this discussion for the Winter Convergence. We'll see you there.